Alright, it has been approximately 0 videos since the last Redcat update, and there have been a few changes, some pretty big ones, and some kind of wrapping up things, just getting ready because this truck is in the last days of how far we can go with it, I believe. So yeah. First of all, as you might have already noticed, she's got lights in her, finally. This took, I've wanted to get these in since last year when I got the truck. It has been a year, approximately, since I did order it. And it arrived in this exact studio, not as it is now. It was a lot messier, but yeah. So, if you don't know, Redcat has a really cool service, or they have a Thingiverse page. Basically, they have 3D printable options for their different rigs, and they offer 3D printable headlights for the Redcat Everest Gen 7. And so the way these work is that they take them, and then I had to cut out a little rectangle in the body, but they just kind of slide into where you cut that out, and these are just stock from it. You do have to put in lenses and LEDs for it. They don't come with any kind of clear thing to cover them up. So if I take a pencil, kind of tap it, you can see can't go all the way through. There is a little piece of plastic covering that I just kind of glued on there with some Elmer's Glue All multi-purpose glue, school edition, because that's all I had lying around, and a little bit of Mod Podge. Bumper, I did ram into a tree that broke off, and honestly, this looks fine. I don't have an issue with this. It's not quite as kind of rally racy style as it originally was, but it is nonetheless still looks like a pretty good, usable bumper. Now, if we flip this up, as you can see, a little bit of change in here. This does just plug into the third channel on the receiver. I don't have that in right now. Do have a little scale radiator in there because of another 3D printed piece. So taking the truck, kind of setting up for a second, turn it over this way. I heard something crack. I don't know what that is. I don't want to find out. This piece here. Let me try to bring this closer. Alright, so this piece up here, as you can see, servo is no longer mounted onto just the axle. That's right, the servo is now actually mounted onto the chassis, which is a really nice scale change. I don't have to have that, ugly red thing sticking on the front of it, making it look like, I mean, how could it ever look like a toy? It's not like anything on this is possibly a toy. But yeah, so this is just the, I printed all these pieces from Shapeways because I can barely afford another truck. Well, I can't afford another truck. How could I afford a 3D printer? I have to say, their service is great. Like, I ordered them, I ordered them in, like, early this week, and they arrived in maybe 5 days. It said it was going to come in, like, I ordered it on maybe the 9th, and it said it would come on the 22nd. It ended up showing up on the 9th. I did not make a video, though, because I was waiting for the money to get LEDs. Just bought, like, a cheap $6 version, but, I might start up a PayPal just so I can, if there are people that really do love this channel and want to donate, make stuff like this come a lot quicker. For like $3 extra, I could have gotten them a lot earlier, but their shipping service was great. They gave me a tracking number, even when I just asked for free shipping. And yeah, so because that is now there, it gives a pretty nice matching point for this just scale radiator. You can kind of see it through here. See if I can grab a flashlight, see it a little bit through there, just a little bottle opener flashlight. It does add some nice depth. You can can no longer just see into like the ESC, and there's not a blinking red light whenever the truck moves. And yeah, it's pretty good. So now, moving back a little bit, I did literally just come in from outside. Tires are all nice and mudded up. It's covered in dirt, just the way it should be. Move this camera back a little bit. By the way, that thing here in this corner, don't worry about that right now. I was gonna say it has to do with that that Bronco project. Now, if we flip up the top, still does have the hinged body system. So take that Elmer's glue, kind of shove it in here. As you can see, the interior has been kind of completely overhauled. The dashboard and steering wheel are now connected to the chassis, so there's none on the body. I don't have to reposition Hopper's hands on the thing. He has no legs still. I have them here. You can still attach them to his body, but of course there's no room for them. Sorry, Hopper, but I hope that amputation was pretty painless. Our spotter, or kind of passenger, the mouse from Piff, really, or Stife, Piff the mouse from Stife. I don't know, that's what it said on his tag. A little bit more secure in here. He can move around, but not forward and backward quite as much as he did before. Still pretty loose, but it's not too bad. Now, let's see. I'm going to bring the camera and the tripod up here. As you can see, Hopper now does not have both his hands on the steering wheel. He has one hand on the wheel and one hand on a shifter, as you can see. And that's just a piece of plastic. I have this little kind of center console here to cover up the motor. I'm sure that's going to end up causing problems like the motor overheating and such, but for now, that's all I can do, and it's not too bad. By the way, in the garage, you have a little pile of wood there now. Now, taking this out, I will connect the lights up real quick. Let's see, in here, have to do it in kind of a weird way, just because you can't have the body all the way down and the lights on. Here, I'll turn it on first. It's a nice sound. Little 2 beeps. Take this. Yeah, the servo wires are kind of everywhere. Plug this in. There we go. So these lights are really, really bright. Just got them on Amazon. It was like $6.85 maybe. It's kind of giving the camera a cool lens effect. But up in the front, I do just have white lights. They're super bright. Illuminate the trail pretty nice. I haven't even taken it out in the dark yet. I just put it in my my back storage room where most of the tools are, the family tools, and I love this. I love the kind of effect that it's giving. And then coming over to the back, pick that up, flip it around. I do have tail lights. It was a set of four just clear LED lights. And these are painted a little bit red, so as you can see, you can't really see, but I did paint them red, cover them in some red Sharpie, just to kind of hopefully give it the back effect, or the effect of being real lights, kind of red, but didn't quite work out. This is just the front, like dual light bar from the WL Toys 12428. It's just kind of friction fit in there. I took it out on the trail, as I've mentioned, and there were no issues with it. Let's see. This is now here. I think I mentioned that last time. The tires are much more secure. While I was out, I had one tire here, one tire here. They were kind of flopping around, So I just attached them here, and I think it doesn't look too bad. Let's see. And yeah, that's going to be about it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.